Doom: The Dark Ages was recently announced and many gamers are losing their minds over the reveal trailer. And I must say that I like this new medieval direction they're going that serves as a juxtaposition to the heavily mechanical, brutal tech approach of the previous two games, but retaining the same essence. Nevertheless, me, as I'm sure many other gamers out there, are wondering how the music is going to be in the game. In case you don't know, Mick Gordon, the original composer for 2016 and Doom Eternal, had a controversial situation which led to a public falling out in between him and the studio. But here's the thing, I discovered a couple of things that are very revealing that can actually answer this question. Will the music from the Dark Ages live up to Doom 2016? Mick Gordon left a huge spot to fill, considering his music in the series not only was a watershed moment in gaming, but it even created its own metal genre, Argent Metal. So I went into detective mode and I checked the trailers from the previous games for clues. Let's start with Doom 2016.
You've returned. Only flesh and blood to walk between dimensions. Between our world and theirs.
We can hear that the music is pretty tame compared to what we eventually heard in the game, at times even sounding like an 80s metal song. It is important to remember that the studio was pretty apprehensive about a metal score, for which Mick Gordon had to fight for. So it seems they were trying to introduce the game with something more subtle, very cautiously, to test the response. In conclusion, we didn't get to hear anything resembling the original soundtrack in that, which probably led to a bigger surprise when the game was released. Now let's check the Doom Eternal trailer. We can notice straight up the difference. They already had the success and the massive reception for the first game, and now they are unabashedly expressing the identity of it through the music to its fullest, as what we hear in the trailer, we can hear in the game as well. Finally, let's check the Dark Ages. As we can hear, the music comes in unapologetically as well, knowing that it is part of the identity of the new era of Doom since 2016. But there's obvious differences in the production style and composition of this soundtrack. I think the riffing style is reminiscent of an older style of metal that we can pretty much set during the 2000 era of melodic death metal or late 2000s to early 2010s metalcore. It still retains synthetic elements, but they are not as present as in the previous games, stripping the music down further to its roots. And I think this is a good direction for the music itself. It aligns itself with the premise of the game of ditching the high tech and going back to the clank of the Dark Ages. So my conclusion is this: Doom the Dark Ages doesn't have to live up to Doom 2016 or Doom Eternal, because at their core, they are telling different stories in different settings. The music for the Dark Ages has to live up to the game it pertains. And if the music from this trailer is any sign of what's to come, I think we are in good hands.